It is time to end the culture that protects the careers of powerful men who abuse women and survivors.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdettes Newsstand, and we are getting a bunch of contradictory reports when it comes to this whole solo Amber Heard HBO Max spinoff. Now, this has been going on for a few days, and I wasn't going to initially cover it because it was just the regular "we've got this covered." Now we have another source and one in opposition, so I think it's actually somewhere in between. And what I mean by that is Amber is a divisive person. Now, this also is something that companies like Warner Brothers or HBO Max do. They will leak little tidbits of information to see how the general public reacts to it. And if they react loudly enough, it's something they put on the back burner or cancel completely. If Warner Brothers is going ahead with a Mera spinoff show, it would be very, very dumb. Now, do I think they might be? Sure. Actually, I do. I think the whole thing is they're making bad decisions right now. We have seen a lot of really weird decisions come from Warner Brothers and HBO Max as far as movies and shows. We're seeing a gender-bent female Plastic Man. We're seeing rumors about Batman Beyond, but with Barbara Gordon, so Batgirl Beyond. They're not making smart decisions at all. And they're absolutely not playing with my toys correctly. I love Mera. I don't like the actress involved. I won't support a show or movie. It originally started as a movie, and now it's kind of snowballed into quite possibly a show because of the HBO Max. I won't support something like this. I don't think a lot of people will. But we're seeing, initially it came from We've Got This Covered, Daniel Rickman. Now, we've talked about We've Got This Covered before on the channel. It is absolute garbage most of the time. But Daniel Rickman, he has a Patreon you can subscribe to, and for $2 a month or $4, whatever tier you choose, basically, you can get tidbits of insider information. It's hit or miss. I would say you can kind of, maybe 60-70% of the time, the stuff is correct, but you're also putting it behind a paywall, and We've Got This Covered covers that paywall for you because they want the articles. Now, that's when I initially wasn't going to say anything about it because I'm like, okay, We've Got This Covered. It's not an issue. It's nothing we haven't heard before. Well, then there is also the possibility of a producer already being involved. Now, again, this comes from Grace Randolph, who has quite a bit better of a record, but again, she is still wrong. She still has her biases. So these things, again, always treat as rumors. She says the Mera HBO Max show rumor is true. My source says it will take place mostly on land. Explain why she's not a big part of Aquaman 2. They're hoping to announce it in the next few months if they get a good script and showrunner and producer Peter Safran becoming the key DCEU player. Okay, so this seems a little bit more legit than the rest. I honestly, more than anything, think right now Warner Brothers is testing the waters with any type of spinoff they have and seeing how the public will react. Again, if you act loudly enough, they're not going to do this. But they also chalk a lot of the hate towards her up to something similar to Captain Marvel. Now, that was totally different. What they're not taking into consideration is that Captain Marvel, yes, made $1 billion and yes, had a lot of backlash, but it was also wedged in right before Endgame when people thought they absolutely had to see Captain Marvel to understand Endgame. That is a lot of this tickets that were sold. Not all of them, obviously, but it is a lot. So them saying paid rumors and paid campaigns on social media don't dictate casting decisions because they play no basis in reality. Okay, only the fans actually made Aquaman and Aquaman 2 happen. I'm excited to get started next year. They do dictate to a point. The general public, how their reaction is to stuff like this, absolutely 100% dictates what is made and what isn't. How much people are interested dictates what is made and what is not. When Captain Marvel was actually made, it didn't have any backlash until the show was shot and getting ready and close to release. So for this to, say that it's not what's dictated is absolute and complete utter bullshit. Now, if you know the channel Popcorn Planet, he also said that he has sources that completely negate this, which would be ideal. Now, is he 100%? Absolutely not. Is he a lot more respectable than most YouTubers? Yeah. I do like Andy. I like his channel. He does a great job. I trust his ideals more, but I don't think he's necessarily correct. I do think this is going to come down to public perception and how things go, especially now that she has been proven and admitted that she lied about her divorce settlement. Stuff like that is going to look really bad when it comes to a job like this. Is she going to be in the Justice Cut? Yeah. But Zack Snyder's done. Warner Brothers wants nothing more to do with him. Same with Ray Fisher. So that's over. That relationship is cut. Meaning there's a good chance that if, things don't go the way, because Aquaman 2 technically isn't greenlit. It is set to start filming, but on the records, it's technically not greenlit. So it all really depends on that perception of that movie, the backlash or non-backlash they receive from rumors like this. This is so typical of Hollywood. They did the same thing when it came to Robert Pattinson being cast as the new Batman. 2 months, 3 months beforehand, before they signed the contract, they started leaking little bits of information. They do this all the time. They want to see how it's going to be received. Don't receive it well. I'm not saying to boycott it. I would never say that on something like this. I want people to love what they love. But you cannot condone, in my opinion, someone that has been admittedly an abuser, a manipulator, and just a complete and utter fraud. So yeah, I'm curious to see how everything else goes. But as of right now, I really do 100% think it comes down to public perception. So let me know, of course, what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.